This is what I smoke. Let me do a little documentary of my own self and interview of somebody sincerely on the United States government assistance for disability and the poverty level income of which it gives. I've been smoking rollies. This is pipe tobacco, not cigarette tobacco, because it's the most inexpensive and it has rat poison in it. Papers like this. This is the most inexpensive way. I don't have anything to offer, but I could teach people how to budget and do CPA work. For real. And how to invest their money properly and stuff. For real. Anyway. In poverty I've been my whole life, including when married Jonathan Joel Barber. Except for a little spurt here and there, like a Thomas John Trier. Richard Ray Kassler. Okay? On an average of $600 a month to $900 a month, nobody can afford to smoke anything but these rollies. If they have assistance in the United States of government, America, for disability or general relief, of course not, they get a little bit more if they are receiving their taxes they put in while working, but evidently I never worked enough to get enough points for that, so I don't get SSA. Somehow, in our United States government computer systems, U.S. Treasury, the corrupt and psychotics of, yes, Donald Joseph Walters, Louis Eugene Jr. Goldman, and many others such. Their identities. This is really supposed to be so sci-fi that the reality root is something that was caught during the Korean War. It did some kind of nasty, tricky drag queen stuff to what's supposed to have been my grandfather or possibly father, Louis Eugene Sr., the inventor of the virtual reality communications for the United States Army. Including Donald Walters and Louis Eugene Goldman Sr. and all their families, whatever the Army has had, it does with this thing that it's had in a whole sense. Connected to, well, they learn on their toy when they can actually have, it does not have its hands on the real. It murdered all those people, including Donald Walters' family. Doesn't matter if you choose or not to do it. Was there in Star Wars? It's Star Wars, which is an exceptionally long movie. Billions of money was given for it. And the movie E.T. I get a lot of my fabulous ideas from all that I've learned and been exposed to myself. Not from my own way of living, except for bettering my own self. Bursting through things and being on the other side to be able to talk and tell what I did to be able to do that. That was actions of integrity, a God or not, a Satan or not. And what's really funny is why is this thing plugged into the fact thing of Christian or not, Satan this, Satan that, God is, when there's like a whole universe out there. Who's to say that only males and females are made? Now, if you have a dick and you're doing another man, you're gay. Or a cigarette, aka faggot. in another part of the world. Imagine them coming into this part of the world and that word meaning something else. So it's really something they caught during the Korean War. But I guess only the Pentagon knows that. Weird how everybody takes things so personal as strangers to me. Oh, that's another technique it uses, too, in having people put in mental institutions and taking over their identities and lives and stuff, or marking them as Alzheimer's or whatnot. So they insist they know you. They know you. Some of the ones at Family Health Center, different law enforcement, these of all degrees, colors, and everything. No, they don't know me. I've never said, oh, it must be me. Thank you for bringing her home. She was lost. What? Oh my goodness, just remembering. What? When didn't she? I don't know what they did for. Well, evidently, that was the smell of dead people. That was the Nana. And not just old people smell. And mothballs. No, that's whatever this is all about. That wants to take the identity and knowledge known of Donald Walters. Been doing this since they've been doing that since they got me to Mesquite, Texas, or even a little earlier. Well, evidently, I don't really give a fuck, but there's no real fires or anything happening, and they weren't saving lives. I guess by riding in my 2007 draft, only time riding, never reading it. Don't even know if I wrote it right. Sheriff, being married to Richard Roy Castler, 555-671-530, also connected me as that Social Security and identity as his military wife. Evidently, that's not normal. And that also was, a dead person. 329 Teresa Way, Chula Vista, 91963. His parents both evidently are dead. Adopted parents. You're not supposed to smoke over here, so I better cross the street. Or out of all this shit, I'll be the one that a stinky comes up to give me a ticket or try to arrest me and break my ribs for smoking a cigarette where you're not supposed to smoke. Ever since, succeeded in stealing my oldest son, Joseph Donald Walters, a.k.a. Joseph Donald Barber. 2 different Social Security numbers. Not to be misused. Anyway, And when basketball, wherever I go, insane asylums or anywhere, or just now, someone's going to be going by with basketball. Because in Sacramento, Oklahoma, at age 5, Joseph was in basketball until 2nd grade when Jonathan Joel Barber is going to be coach of of his team. I just need you to know if nothing's true, don't worry about it, just laugh, I'm just having fun and shit like that. But, it's weird how people take things so personal. My God. Just having my own comedy shit. If I was on the comedy stage and you were in the thing, I'd be talking, you'd be laughing, drinking, have fun. It's weird how, Anyways, it's supposed to evidently make me go insane and think about my son. As if I never do. Everything I breathe and live for, willing to have my tongue cut off, chopped to pieces live, disintegrated, burned slowly. It's all only for Joseph, John, and Nathan. Alive or dead. Fool. Okay, I don't really need you that bad. So in my mature eating, growing, and spiritual adventures with Zeus and all the gods and goddesses and others from other planets, I have learned that there's not just a species that looks as the human form, that's male and female. There may be other species as well. We're not locked into just one, which would be human and what they call themselves. Maybe some have a penis and a vagina, and that's okay. That's their species. Dumb fucks. Maybe they're from another planet. Such closed-minded people wanting mind control of one way of things. Wow. There's Petco Park. Now let's talk about some sloppy joes. So whatever was of my son, Joseph Donald Walters, last in one little peep time got to see him, I'm going to, for the first time, been able to save $1,200 to be able to take him school shopping at age 17, 2007. And he's going to be walking miles ahead of me the whole time, just getting me to buy him the shit and stuff, and I'm just knowing something's nasty and dirty, and it's not my son, Joseph. And we're going to be walking around Petco Park so he can go into the thing and buy something. Gift shop. So whatever's supposed to be of a Kevin Hill, strange enough, and I don't know how or why, is on the phone with him through his time. Rose, his supposed grandmother, and Mary Phelps Leonard was supposed to be of, and supposedly my 2 nephews, whatever was them, probably a Donald Walters, and dead bodies and using them, because that's not them either. I'm gonna be living with Thomas John Trier, Donald Walters, in Point Loma Apartments. And they're going to be there to see fireworks at the Ocean Beach. And they're going to be, I'm going to stop, they're going to see Joseph too. And Rose is going to let Joseph know, which I don't know why it would fucking matter to him, because, he's only 17 and these people aren't supposed to be his life. That Joe was murdered, not suicide, which we already knew. And ha ha ha, I didn't know that was going to be the last time I saw my son. I said that was not Joseph. And even if it was not my son. It was an intimidated one, knowing we were being followed. Not able to really talk to me. Evidently, the reports back of talking to me, it has nothing computes because I don't entertain it and suck into the conversation. Like, no, you're not on acid. CJ, you're on meth or something else of the like. And evidently, it's from all the drugs I've taken. Yet, this is people who are so fucked up and from drugs and what they've done to people with drugs and blame drugs, but their acts are worse off the drugs and alcohol. Wow. Now, isn't the point of getting off of drugs and alcohol, people, to supposedly stop those things? So when you're stripped, I don't have an excuse. What's your excuse now? No transformation from the inside out. Wow. And, yeah. It wasn't my son. Whatever they did with Joseph before even 2002, when going to supposedly Karen and Eric Hall's wedding in Las Vegas, that turns out to be what? Satanic. That means it was just, slaughtering of some goats and things. Yum. Goat. Because they do the Bible. They think we all believe that goat is what satanics eat. Goat isn't a satanic food. It just happens to be the animal that was used as a parable in reference of whatever it's saying in there. I do get a lot of good fruits out of that basic instruction book for living on Earth. But according to Donald Walters and crew, it's then Cedric 7-8 is and Mary Phelps Leonard and Petro is basic instruction book. The basic instructions before leaving Earth. Huh? Huh? In many ways, it is a very good manual on how to operate oneself. Like if we were a car. But no, you can take the Jesus movement shit out of it, though. No, I said I'm not a Christian. I'm not of any religion. Remember, the animals as well. So the animal, the pit bull that bit my face in Hilo, Hawaii, 2010, that they have records of in the Hilo emergency room. That belonged to the one that lived under the bridge. That bit my face, that didn't, as a pit bull, but didn't chomp. Donald Walters and crew. You notice how none of the dogs howl when the fire truck alarm sirens go off? Because they're virtual reality animals. And they're not programmed or operated to. That's why. And it's weird how everybody seems to have a problem with me on my telly. Yeah. Well, no, it's that. Well, they do their nasty themselves. So, this, I believe, is what from the Korean War shit that they caught. Not one human form or body or cyborg is told. Now, Hollywood or any others is about Universal. I have cyber protection. This is my shit. You must pay me in order to be able to use it in films or books or anything. As any other entertainment person. But please keep stealing it from me. They're having their own Down syndrome court. We're not having court. I'm just having fun.
Next station, Barrio Logan.
La siguiente estación, Barrio Logan.
Barrio Logan is next.
Now, this thing of a Donald Walters identity and crew is going to be a Jonathan in Hilo, Hawaii, that is a transgender, whom I spent the night at. And it's going to change. I'm going to go to the Hilo, Hawaii, so it's all on film in the Hilo, Hawaii DMV. We're going to go inside there, 2010. Well, Jonathan, the transgender, legally changes his name to Carla. Now, Donald Walters and crew is going to be so fucked up and messed up and get sloppy, where in 2015, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it's now going to be a drag queen that's supposed to be that Carla, who's done despicable things to my three sons, and Jonathan Joel Barber, that went by Bonnie. And it's the same Korean that I spent the night with that was Carla, aka Jonathan. Hilo, Hawaii, 2010. This one is quite interested in it, and an eavesdropper. That's okay. Oh, the point is they're the ones who play their music and eat a lot too. Yeah.
Barrio Logan is next.
Just so happy there. There he is. Well, I try harassing, mostly. But I really don't give a fuck. I'm not connected to anything enough to care. But participating in burning me slowly. and looking forward to the day I get to that finish line of being put in a bucket of wax, hot boiling water like pigs, Filipino style, and chopped up in lots of pieces and served as curry. I asked that I be put in a mirror while they're doing that so I can watch. And let my eyes and head be the last thing so I can see. I guess the cooks that I'm being surrounded around are cannibal cooks. Since 2011, for sure. David Scott, my husband, but okay, Judge Black on me. Major fucking undercover motherfucker who was supposed to have supposedly been the cook, but Donald Walters and crew. But they had him as, captive and doing what they doing the dirty deeds I made him do. And the cook got caught with the lighters I invented that the military evidently used, along with the crud. Put cameras in all the lighters starting in the 80s. Thank you for teaching me about that. 2018, the Skyway Show at Serenity Hall. This using AA rooms as the City Hall and Daily Quote non-stop for nothing. Evidently, that's if I haven't ever been through the semi-real. Wow. Please don't let it be known that evidently they fell for, there's supposedly like the CIA saying they were doing an investigation on me. They asked if they wanted to do the retaliation legal or illegal to me, and the answer was illegal. And then they found out the investigation was really on them. For some reason, they've scared me away, and, afraid about the law of any kind, because the only kind of law that I've ever experienced coming at me and being weird is the corrupt in Hollywood. But thank you for your Serenity Hall show in Skyway, Washington, Seattle, for doing that live and teaching us all. And saying that's why I was able to, in 1988, at the Wing Makeout Point above Nestor near Imperial Beach. Supposedly it was Ricky Gorman, my cousin. His hair so cute back then, in a sheriff uniform that hung in his closet. When I pulled down my visor, being interrupted and making out with Eduardo, my boyfriend at the time. No. My dope fell down, and I gave the backseat driver's license on a napkin signed Donald Walters. And I was able to just go. How about my other videos on YouTube from 2019 of the Spring Valley, now prop staged sheriff's office that has the admittance and the Lemon Grove, the Lemon Grove label still on it. From what they did and illegally arrested me in 1983, January 2nd, for unidentifiable pills, which were 2 Flintstone vitamins. At age 17, a girls' rehabilitation facility, they kept me locked up for a year while they illegally did porno with Karen Suzanne Walters, my biological sister, and Otto Max Rowland, age 16, a peer of mine. From Auto Dairy and Auto Towing off San Miguel Road in Sunnyside, in which they were all murdered as well. Supposedly, according to 1165 Nile Avenue, Dwayne, Chula Vista, 91911, and Debbie Dredge visit Carl Rowland that lives near them who's supposedly the only one alive. Now, take notice that that one's music went up when I was sharing that and then went down. Really, repeat. I'm not sharing anything that this thing hasn't posted and filmed upon its own self that everybody already know about. I love yellow. I don't have a problem with any colors. No colors intimidate me.
Route 962.
Excuse me, what one will take me to Hobby Lobby? Down 4th. Into Chula Vista.
Chula Vista? Fourth Avenue?
Down Walmart. To Walmart.
To Walmart? In Chula Vista? Or which one you want?
National City.
Which, you want National City Plaza Boulevard? You can take this one or the one behind.
Oh, nice. Ready to have this on? Roger.
en conformidad con el mandato federal actual, se requiere libertad parcial al viajar en transporte público. Favor de cumplir con esta orden y así mantener la seguridad de nuestra comunidad de San Diego.